Climate change is the biggest challenge we face, and most likely the biggest challenge our children and grandchildren are likely to face. And it can be seen most directly in the extreme weather that we've experienced lately and we're likely to see much more of. You can't talk about climate change in the abstract. It's about places, it's about the impact on the ground. And for me, I come back here because this is a place that I know incredibly well, and it's a place that I can look at and I can see in my own lifetime the changes. And sitting in this very spot, I've thought 15, 20 years ago, how do I translate the work I do with the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change on the impacts of climate change on forests to my neighbors right around here? So Hank and Polly Parker are my nearest neighbors, and they make maple syrup here on the mountain, and climate change is definitely going to impact the ability of their children and grandchildren to continue that tradition.
We're making syrup a little earlier every year. We're quitting a little earlier. The temperature is a little higher, and they have predicted that in 50 or 75 years, all our maple trees are going to migrate north.
And we actually brought Lee Scott, CEO of Walmart, to meet with Hank and Polly and talk about their maple syrup operation and the impacts of climate change on their ability to produce maple syrup. That's a way of translating science into a narrative that people can understand. And since then, Walmart has made a major commitment to reducing greenhouse gas emissions from both their own operations and from the products they sell to their customers. So with good action, with sound policy, I think we can in fact ensure that there's a bright future, but it isn't a guarantee, and that's why I left the university and to work to put my science into effect was to effect the changes that we absolutely needed to see.